We have the super simp, king simp, Russell Wilson, Russell goofy ass Wilson. So here, Russell Wilson is speaking on little Future, I guess Future's son, right? And apparently in this interview, he said that God told him that raising this child is going to be your responsibility. Oh my God. That talk about open cuckoldry that we have in the United States, but particularly in the black community with the dual mating strategy just out in the full open. You know what I mean? But let's listen to what this simp has to say.
In the room and I saw, little Future. He's 9 months at the time or whatever. And he crawls in my lap, and it was like, this is going to be my responsibility. God, I remember leaving that night, and God saying, saying to me, raising this child is going to be your responsibility. And realizing that, pray to God, you sure this is what you want me to do? Say, son, this is for you.
The first night?
Yeah, the first night. Mm-hmm. This is going to be your responsibility. And
was that scary?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think scary just in the sense of, not scary, but it was more so an opportunity. Like, okay, God, this is what you want me to do. Is this, stepping in to raise, a child with C and this and that, and realizing that, okay, God, like, I know she's the one for me, but also too, I'm going to take this responsibility as well. Like, okay, like, and I was ready for that. I was ready to, I love children, as you know, love kids and everything else. But it was like, man, I walked in the room and I saw.
Nigga, please. I'm sorry, the N-word, the ninja word, everything's going out the window right here. Stop. All these, why do everybody got to lie on God's name? Where, I don't know if you see the comments. And this is why people are leaving the black church. This is why there's no men in the black church. I'm talking about they avoid church unless the niggas is the pastor already, or they're a musician, or they're part of the deacon board or something. If they not getting money in the church, they just out. There's just like no reason to be in the church. The only men in there is. Let me stop. Let me stick to Russell Wilson. Now, Russell Wilson, that's not your child. When Ciara breaks it off with you think you're gonna be able to see that kid anymore? When Ciara pulls the plug, that ain't your kid. This is the cold-blooded facts. You see because you see the comments in here where it's like, you see this comment, only a God-fearing man would understand this assignment. First of all, people could talk about the Ciara prayer all you want, bro. I doubt that Ciara will be with Russell Wilson past the year 2026. I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. What's it, the 10-year mark, whatever? Once it hits 2026? I doubt it. But, I could be wrong. Let's see if Russell Wilson becomes the commissioner, but especially if Russell retires. Because he'll retire soon, but he's gonna have to be the commissioner or something for Ciara to stay. But look, because once she leaves, you're not gonna be able to see that kid. It's gonna be some cold blood. This is the cold-blooded facts when it comes to being a stepdad. You're paying all this money for something that's not yours, because that's not your kid. You're paying for it. You put all the investment, you emotionally connect with the bastard, right? And you end up liking the little bastard, Put the bastard on your wing, give the bastard some hats, give him some food, some McDonald's, you know what I'm saying? Give him some chicken, So, shout out to Corey Holcomb on that one. But you do all that. Now, mom decides to pull the plug. You're not going to keep no custody of the kid. Trust me, you're not. And on top of that, you're going to be paying child support on that kid. Watch. I don't know. I think in his case, since I think Future is paying child support. I don't know if he is or not. They might have a different situation because Future got paper. But in the real world, what happens is dudes be dumb enough to end up adopting the bastard. And then once them and the mother break up, he still has to pay child support on a kid that's not even his. This is the crazy stuff that happens in America, right? I see this comment right here. And all the single mammies is praising Russell Wilson. But this is the top comment right here. This is it. He said, y'all wouldn't have dated a Russell Wilson. Please shut up. These are facts. There are plenty of Russell Wilsons. They will not give a guy like that a chance, even if he had paper. They only give guys like that a chance after two baby daddy, after they're like post wall, meaning like 35, 34, two baby daddies later, three baby daddies later, a baby daddy, like those are the backup ninjas. The reason this is what's happening though, right? Today's men, they're not stepping up to be stepfathers anymore. They're either going MGTOW, they're getting their passports, and they're out. You know what I'm saying? They've taken the RP. This is why they hate spaces like that. And this is why they hate the passport bros. Right? Mind you, they call them losers and, oh, nobody's going to date you. But I'm like, you weren't going to date them. But they have a problem with them leaving. Now, why would they have a problem with them leaving? Because they're the backup plan. They're the backup plan. And a lot of you ninjas out here that's defending Russell Wilson, and you think that's going to give you some cootie points, some brownie points, you backup ninjas, bro. You backup ninjas. I know the passport bros, they're not perfect. I know their message isn't perfect. I know they've gone through troubles and all that, but I will always support what they're doing because they left. Because they left. You have, particularly black men, you have way more options than you think. I'm talking about you have way more options out here than you think. You don't have to do this. You don't have to raise bastards. You don't have to raise kids that are not yours. You don't. You know what I mean? And they're gonna, of course, women, they're gonna use shaming language. We like, just forget about it. Who cares? Who cares? Women don't know what they're talking about. Oh my gosh. Here we have another comment by more like looks like a single mammy here. And so here she says, this is why the Wilsons continue to be blessed. Russell continues to show what it's like to hear from God. He puts up with so much ridicule and hate, yet he continues to show the world how much he loves his wife and all of their kids. It's gonna be a different tune though when Ciara cuts the cord, because she's been trying to cut the cord for a while. I don't know if you guys been noticing with the risque clothing that she wears, the stuff that she do. She's been trying to get out for a while. You know, she doesn't even want to wait for the 10 years. She wants out now, but she wants to do it where Russell Wilson cuts the cord, because if he cuts the cord, then people are going to look at him as the bad guy. If she cuts the cord, people are going to be looking at Ciara different. I've already did videos on this. You know what I mean? I've already did a couple of videos on this. I've done a live stream on this. Ciara she belongs to the streets. And like I said this 2 years before, even before Future dropped that lyric about still smashing on C. I even said before, I said I think Ciara and Future are still smashing on the low. I still think Ciara and Future are still smashing on the low. Or Ciara's cheating. Or don't be surprised where Russell and Ciara come out and say, oh, we're in a open relationship. Do not be surprised. It would not shock me. And people will still praise that situation. Trust me. Don't be shocked. I was like, if they're still smashing, or Ciara's just cheating in general, or they come out and say, oh, we're in an open relationship. Do not be shocked. Oh man. And what's crazy is they talking about the deadbeats about to be in this comment. No, most black men don't have kids. How many times we gotta say this? Most black men are single and childless. Most black men are single and childless. It's a small percentage of men in the community that are mass producing all these kids. This is why we got all these cousins fucking each other. Right now, we got these Kevin Gates saying what he's saying. All these people, I didn't know we were second cousins and first cousins because y'all all fucking the same niggas. I don't know what could get it through their thick brains. Like when we show the numbers, the statistics. But like I said, bitches can't do math. Anyway, let's look at the more of the comments. He said, all memes aside, in the real world, Russell is a stand-up guy, a real man. No, he's a simp, and he's gonna have to learn the hard way. He's gonna have to learn the hard way, because what's happening, all these bitches praising him right now, Imagine if he cuts the cord because she does something dastardly, or he finds out she did something dastardly. She's gonna say is, "Oh, low key, he was abusive," and they're gonna buy it. Like that demographic of 304s, that's the last demographic of women that men should be pandering to. That's literally the last demographic of people that men, particularly black men, should be pandering to. Single mammies, please.